for no charge. I have an old injury from my football playing days, and anything that can help take that pain away and make it more manageable, that has my attention. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for back, ankle, knee, or shoulder pain, please call the Health Alert Hotline at 800-428-1570. That's 800-428-1570. Agents are standing by 24/7, so go ahead and call now. 800-428-1570.
Folks, welcome to Fifth Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez, joined with, we got a full house today. We got Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick, and Alan Michaels from On Pit Road Racing, because today is going to crack our first race of the year. The Daytona 500 is on Sunday, and we got a full house. If you look up on the screen here in Vegas in video poker, it would look like 4 aces. Hey, but guys out there, Rick and Brian, guess who's in the house, buddy? It's Alan Michaels.
Alan Michaels, one of my favorite announcers. Some of my best memories as a kid were involved Al Michaels, specifically the 1980 Olympics. Al, that was really one of my, I think, most special moments of my childhood.
Well, tonight on Sunday Night Football.
but this is Alan Michaels. Guys, this is Alan Michaels from On Pit Road Racing. We got a great show today. It's going to star the Daytona 500, and, of course, it's going to have a lot of our other stuff. But let me see, Alan, we got a minute and a half here. Why don't you tell us, let's open up this thing with that story about Tom Cruise at your first Daytona 500.
All right, so here you go, guys. You guys have been waiting for this. I was a young reporter covering the Daytona 500 the first time, and it happened to be the year that they were filming the Tom Cruise, not Top Gun, but Days of Thunder movie. And so they just finished the helicopter scene. They brought Tom up. We got him in a media room. Everybody's asking questions. Well, he's completely whining and crying because Daytona's too loud. He can't sleep. He can't study his lines and everything else. So the interview session goes along. Well, there's a little boy standing off the side. He must have been 6, 7 years old. He's got a T-shirt on. It's got Tom Cruise's face airbrushed on the front of it. The whatever it was, the F-18 Hornet or whatever he flew in the movie Top Gun, airbrushed on the back. And he has a little autograph pen and a little Sharpie marker, and he's standing there patiently. He got 20 seconds. So he's standing there patiently, okay? And he's getting ready to ask for the autograph, and I'll give you the end of the story right after the break.
When we come back, you guys, we're gonna do the Tom Cruise bashing here at the Daytona 500. You got a full house today. Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick, Alan Michaels. I'm Frank Perez, Fifth Street Sports. We got to take a timeout. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip, or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780. It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
How many of us have looked at our finances and screamed, how can we make this much and still have so much debt? It just creeps up on us, right? Unexpected repairs, replace the washer and dryer, medical bills, and the killer, those insane interest credit cards you had to use to pay for it. Here's a really smart move that could help you get on top of your finances. Get a fixed-rate personal loan at bestegg.com. The rates are great right now. Imagine finally being able to pay down those crazy high credit cards and bills and then bank the money you save each month. Consumers have rated Best Egg 4.8 out of 5 stars on Consumer Affairs because of the super easy online loan app that takes about a minute with no impact to your credit score. Upon approval, funds can be deposited in as little as 1 business day. Get your bills under control, bank what you save, and take control of your finances with a loan from bestegg.com. Visit bestegg.com/plan. bestegg.com/plan. bestegg.com/plan.
All right, folks, we are back. It's Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline USA Radio Network. You can catch us on the American Forces Network, iHeartRadio. We're streaming on Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports. Also on YouTube, we stream live. And, folks, you know, we have a full house today. Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick, and one of our top guests, Mr. Alan Michaels from On Pit Road Racing. Guys, when we left off, Alan, okay, so a little 6 or 7 year old Tom Cruise, a little fan, is in the house, right? And what happened?
So he's in the house. He's got his little autograph book set up. He's got his Sharpie ready to go. He's waiting patiently, okay, for reporters to be done. Then all of a sudden, the little boy reaches up. He's standing to the side of Tom, and he reaches up and tugs on his shirt. And Tom Cruise turns around, and all of a sudden, what the hell do you want? And he shook his finger to the little boy. I mean, not in a happy face at all. Well, you know little kids, you guys. When they get upset, scared, that lip starts to wiggle, those eyes start to swell, the tears started to roll, and you could see that Tom Cruise had just broke this little kid's heart. And so Cruise turns back around and he looks at, there's 3 or 4 of us that were standing in this one little area. And he goes, any other questions? He looked around and I said, no, sir. And I go, you know what? No matter how good this movie does, I'll never pay to see it. I'll never pay to see one of your movies ever again. And that was so disrespectful what you did to that little boy. And I turned around and walked away.
Wow.
And left him hanging.
Wow.
Wow.
You know, we're like South Park. If a star ever gets out of line, we're going to bash him on this thing.
Wow, that's awesome. So you gave it to Cole Trickle. That's the same year, by the way. Cole Trickle was his name, right? In the movie, yeah, Cole Trickle. I just thought he was a little kid, and he was. I guess you had to be there to see. He was very patient and everything else, you know. That's awesome. That's the same year, I believe, that he became a Scientologist, 1990.
Wow.
They're probably going through the transition phase at the time.
Hey, now is Tom all clear? Is Tom all clear in the Scientology thing? You know, when you hit the 9th level, you become clear.
Does that mean he's no longer having gay thoughts?
No, but
not that there's anything wrong with that. Not that there's nothing wrong with that. By the way, a little bit of trivia. Cole Trickle, did you know the character loosely based on Mitch Richmond?
I've heard that Tim Richmond, correct?
Tim Richmond, right?
Tim Richmond.
Not right. Mitch Richmond. That would be an even wilder story.
Right, but now here's the real kicker about this. There was a former NASCAR driver named Dick Trickle, correct? Okay,
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dick Trickle.
Killed himself, I believe, right?
That is correct. He did over cancer in the family. I won't get into all that now. Okay, Dick has brothers and sisters. Now, Dick's brother Chuck lives here, who had a son that was named Chris Trickle. And I think we talked about this once before. He was shot and killed 20 years ago. They never discovered it. Before he died, they made it possible through a surgical procedure that some of his semen could be taken away. They found a surrogate mother. A set of twins were born. And the name of the boy, swear to you on the Bible, the name of the boy is Cole Trickle.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
And now you know the rest of the story.
There you go. There you go.
Wow. Hey.
Only on Fifth Street Sports do you get this kind of info. I challenge any other show to come up with this level of investigative reporting.
And to finish it out, I've never paid for a Tom Cruise movie ever since.
And
Never have, never will.
I'm not either. I'm going to put my $12 in my pocket. I'm not blowing. I was upset when he broke up with Nicole Kidman. I thought she was very, very hot. But guys, before like, oh yeah, she still is.
She's still hot. She's still hot. I agree.
Now, why don't you guys? I've been talking to Alan all morning. He's been plugging me in on the races. Why don't you guys ask him? Very important. Whatever's on your mind about this Daytona 500.
Well, I guess the first thing we're all going to ask is, do you have any real sleeper picks? Like someone that is going to come from a really big price that maybe has a chance to win this race?
I'm going to tell you, I've got one right now. And I don't know why I woke up this morning and I just felt good about it. He's had a good week so far at Speed Week. And I believe we looked at the line last. He's 70-1. Don't count out the number 43 from Richard Petty Motorsports, Bubba Wallace. If Bubba can stay out of the big one, if he can avoid the big one, keep the car clean with 25, less than 20, 25 to go, and he's in a shot, that's my long shot pick. Bubba Wallace and the Richard Petty, number 43, Carolina Blue Machine, man. Long shot, 70-1.
Explain to us, Alan, what do you mean by the big one, if he can avoid the big one?
Well, when you get super speedway racing, and of course after they stuck the restrictor plates on them, it limits the horsepower, limits everything. The big one is where they get racing in a big pack, and somebody's going to make a move, whether it's to the left, to the right, or whatever, but somebody's going to get tagged. And let's face it, guys, when you're traveling 180, 200 mile an hour and you're racing inches apart and the big one comes, the big wreck, there's nowhere to go. And most of the time on the big one, about 35 to 40% of the field gets taken out. So that's what I'm thinking. If Bubba can hang back, keep his car clean, and be there at the end, he's got my sleeper shot at 70-1, man.
Wow.
So Danica Patrick will not be there to take out half the field this year.
Correct.
I understand, right?
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So that helps.
Hey, but Alan, I was going to ask you, isn't there one driver that always gears himself up for trying to avoid the big one? Like he'll race the first few laps and then drop out and just wait for the big one to come, and that's when he makes his move?
That was a big thing that Dale Jarrett did years ago. Dale Jarrett was great on the super speedways, and he would qualify front row. I mean, just about all the time. He would get out, lead the first lap, and then he would pull the car to the right-hand side or down low and let everybody go by. Avoid the big one, and with about 15 laps to go, Dale Jarrett had good motor, body was clean, aerodynamics were right, suspension was right, and he'd start picking them off 1, 2, 3, and he'd make his way to the front. That was a big thing for Dale Jarrett back in his heydays. At Talladega, Daytona, the big super speedway tracks. Yeah, avoid the big one. Be there at the end. That's what you got to do.
Now, do you think he's going to use that strategy in this one?
Well, Dale's retired. He's on television now, but that was his big. That was his
So he's
big
not gonna
thing.
use
You
it.
know, I mean, he won a lot of plate races because of that. But there, it's going to be interesting to see. Bubba, my long shot, and you asked me earlier who I thought was going to win it. Well, the two Bush boys from Las Vegas here have been rocking and rolling. Kyle's been on a tear. He's getting close to tying and breaking Richard Petty's all-win. But there's one race that Kyle's never won. That's the Daytona 500. But I'm going to come out of the box and say Brother Kurt could have his second win in that number 1 Chip Ganassi Chevrolet. I think it's going to be Kurt Busch from Las Vegas that gets Daytona victory number 2 this year. That's my pick.
Wow.
There you have it, fellas. I mean, an 8-1 shot and a 70-1 shot right behind him. Rick, what are you taking all this in?
Yeah, I'm surely going to bet Bubba Wallace 70-1. I can't wait to see what the books are, which books put that out. But who's actually the favorite this year? Would it be one of the Busch brothers, or would it be what's Jim?
Well, it's Brad. As of this morning, it's Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski's a favorite. Kevin Harvick, the bad dog in a pound's a favorite. And you've also got and they throw Joey Logano. They're all at 800 plus 800. So what? 8-1 or whatever.
8-1.
So yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to take with that, guys. But we got to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to recap last night, which we laid a little bit of an egg, and then we got Joey Cassano's picks did pretty good. When we come back, we're going to recap that and get it further into the Daytona 500 with Alan Michaels, 5th Street Sports. Back in 3 minutes.
Indeed knows finding the right hire takes time away from your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
Get a $50 credit to give your first job posting premium placement at Indeed.com/credit. Terms, conditions, quality standards, and usage limits apply. Additional terms online.
Attention business owners. Now is the perfect time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. We can give you packages with up to 90 great channels and save your business a ton of cash. And if you call right now, you can learn how to get free equipment and free installation. Now you have choices. It's time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. And call today and get 90 channels plus free equipment and free installation. Smart business owners like you all across the country are consolidating and saving money on their cable TV, internet, and phone service for the business. So now's the perfect time. This may be a limited time offer to the first 100 people that call right now. So please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing new author submission kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
I need your attention for a moment because this is monumental. Dell's biggest President's Day sale ever is officially on. Shop amazing early deals on Dell and Alienware computers with 8th Gen Intel Core processors right now, and do not forget to check out the limited quantity doorbusters on the 18th. You're truly getting huge savings on everything from Dell computers to Samsung TVs, plus free shipping on everything. Call 800-BUY-DELL now or go to Dell.com/President's Day. That's 800-BUY-DELL.
Guys, we are back. 5th Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez. We're on Sports Byline USA Radio Network, iHeartRadio. We're streaming live on YouTube, American Forces Network. Hey, guys, Brian, Rick, Alan had to take a break. He's going to come back for the last segment. So on this segment over here, what we were going to talk about is, okay, yesterday, Rick, what did we do yesterday? Brian, 1-4-1?
Solid day, 1-4-1. I have a NASCAR comment and play. I'm going to hold that back, though, for when Alan returns. Yeah, solid night, 1-4-1. How did I think our guest actually did all right? He had the Knicks. So, want to know?
Yeah, he had the Knicks, but then he also, and I can't believe
We don't know what he had in Oklahoma City.
No, that was, boy, what happened there, Rick? I mean, these Pelicans it's going to be tough, buddy. Do they show up or don't they show up?
I think a lot of it has to do with Anthony Davis. I think if Anthony Davis is not there, they're in much better shape and they're going to play better games and they're going to win games and cover games. If he is there, that's when they're going to get in trouble. And he actually played the first half. They played a good first half, and they came out at halftime and said he was injured. He's not going to play the rest of the game. I don't believe he was injured. I think it's just everyone knows that he doesn't want to play. They don't want him playing, and they just came up with a fake injury to, at least he played the first half, and they played better without him, as they're going to do for the rest of the year.
I thought I saw a picture of him leaving the arena with his agent, like an injured wing or something. I'm not sure what part of the Pelican anatomy was injured, but I thought he was dinged up a little bit.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Hey, but Brian, getting back to this. So now, Rick, during the break, because I was looking at the total, but that 290, I guess, is on the World All-Stars. That's the rookies and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's the rookies and sophomores game, which is tonight, what used to be just rookies versus sophomores. And now they changed it till it's a combination of rookies and sophomores, but they take the USA players versus the players from around the rest of the world. So, so instead of calling it USA rookie sophomores, they call it USA versus the world. So I see how you got confused, because now the All-Star game isn't East versus West. It's Team LeBron versus Team Giannis. So, yeah, I wish they would just go back to East versus West, and it's so much easier. It's more enjoyable, I think.
I think it's way more enjoyable. I hate this format, but the rookies versus sophomores. Usually the sophomores are a small favorite. What's the line on that for tonight?
Hang on.
The
3, right?
USA is -3. USA is -3 and
it's not rookies versus sophomores. It's world versus US.
Right. It's rookies and sophomores all playing, first and second year players, but they don't have now rookies versus sophomores. They just combine the two and put them either on the USA team or the rest of the world team. So
give me an over/under on Trae Young's longest attempted shot tonight in this game.
46.5 over -1/4.
Wow. So that's past the half court, right?
Yeah,
that half court's 47, I think. So basically, it's a half quarter.
Wow. Hey, so
I would bet over too.
Now, what? Okay, so, like before we get to the big game, the Team LeBron game on Sunday, I guess, right? What do you got a feel for this 290 and -3?
Well, I mean, being the contrarian that I am, I assume the public wants to go over. I'd probably wait for the peak number and try to go under, and I would take the world on the money line. That's my thought.
How about you, Rick?
Yeah. This game, the last couple of years, has gotten to be a complete joke. If you think the All-Star game has no defense, what do you watch this game? They go out of their way to let them score. So it's crazy when you think 290, and I guess you're probably thinking, well, yeah, the All-Star game's 310, so 20 points lower makes sense. But this is a running clock. They don't stop the clock until I think the final minute or two of the first half and game. So when you take that into account, you realize how high this total really would be if there was, regular rules. And I believe, if I'm correct, there's only 2 20-minute halves. So they're only playing 40 minutes and a running clock, and the total's still 290. So it seems just outrageous and astronomical, but I agree with Brian. I would take a world money line if I was going to bet it and just figure that if they're going to cover, they're going to win outright and take the +1/4 or +30. But yeah, I mean, I tend to stay away from betting these type of events.
Now in the NBA, is there a running in the NBA All-Star game? That's not a running clock, is it?
Regular.
No.
Same rules as regular. Big difference. Wow.
Yeah, and you have four 12-minute quarters compared to 2 20-minute halves. I mean, what would the total of this game be if they played, for 12-minute quarters with regular rules. So I'm guessing it would be close to 400. Add 8 more minutes of play. It's insane. Like I said, they actually go out of their way to let them score. It's all a joke. The only time there's any kind of defense played is maybe in the final minute of the game, if it happens to be a close game. At that point, they're like, okay, well, you know what? Now we're going to actually try to win the game. But until that final minute or so of the game, if it's a close game, there's no defense played. It's basically a dunk contest, a dunk and 3-point shooting contest. That's what it is.
Now, when is the 3-point contest? That's tomorrow night, right? That's Saturday night.
Yeah, right. All-Star Saturday night. Yep.
Have you seen odds up on that yet?
I have not.
I haven't actually looked, but I'm looking at it right now. And let's see, the 3-point shooter. It looks like, oh wow, Steph Curry is plus 177. Wow, that's they've 10 players this year, which is by far the most they've ever had. I think they usually have 8, but they have 10 going this year. And the next lowest line is actually his brother, Seth Curry, is a plus 482. These are Chris lines. And then Devin Booker's plus 540, who I believe won it last year.
That's right.
Buddy Hield's plus 560. Oh, wow, Dirk's in it. Dirk's in it. He's 25-1. I don't think Dirk's going to even get to the final rack. He's so slow now. I think at the end, like around the end of the 4th rack, the buzzer's going to go up. Oh, sorry, Dirk. You didn't get to shoot your last 5 balls. Wow. So, yeah, I think Dirk at 25-1, I don't think is going to be a good bet.
There we go.
How did Steph Curry do last year? Did he enter last year? I know Klay Thompson was in it at the very end. I'm not sure they both were in there last year.
I don't think he was. I'm not sure if he's ever actually been in it. I think he might have been in 1 year. But I don't think he even won it the 1 year he was in it.
Yeah.
Hey, and guys, but don't forget the AAF goes this weekend too. Rick, I don't know if you've seen my plays yesterday, but I'm going with the. I'm going to take the dogs. I think I'm going to use the Brian theory. All 4 favorites covered the first week. The next week, too many points for the dogs.
Yeah, I think that's actually my theory. I think I came up with that one first months ago. Well, I was saying we do it for years though, but when you see like we had the other night in the NBA, the favorites went 8-1, 9-1, 9-0 straight up, and then I said next day, Frank, just pound the dogs, and the dogs went 5-0, I believe, right?
Yep, but I still got to take that Memphis quarterback. I'm getting 13. What do you think?
Yeah,
you guys think he'll over and under on his touchdown passes is 1.5? What do you think about that?
Are we talking about Christian Hackenberg?
Yeah, Mr. Hackenberg.
Well, 1.5. What's the juice on the under? Minus like 650.
Yeah, I mean, come on, this guy's gotta. I mean, is he getting better?
Officially, he's supposed to start. There was some question whether he was even going to start this game. I think they're going to have a quick hook for him. I think he's out of the game by halftime, and we end up getting. Actually, isn't Zach Mettenberg on that same team? I think he is.
How is he not the starter? How is that's what I was wondering. Who's the backup that they're allowing Christian Hackenberg to be the starter over? Zach Mettenberger, he was an NFL quarterback. He played for the Titans for quite a while. He was just an adequate backup quarterback. So how is Christian Hackenberg starting over him?
In theory, Hackenberg was an NFL quarterback too. He's just an NFL quarterback that didn't ever get to play.
Because he was atrocious. He was the worst. It was, he made Babe Laufenberg look like Tom Brady.
Wow.
Babe Laufenberg wasn't that bad.
Dang. Hey, let me ask you guys. We got a couple minutes because remember, Alan's coming in the final segment. Go ahead. Go ahead, Brian.
I'd say Babe Laufenberg played for like 10 years, if I'm not mistaken.
What?
Yeah, 10 bad years, but yeah, he did play for a long time.
Now, when we come back here on this, because we got a couple minutes left, when we come back on this last segment, of course, Alan's going to give us a preview of the races and what's going on in NASCAR. Do we have anything in college basketball today to bet on?
There'll be a couple plays that we'll talk about later on.
Okay. So we're going to make them all stick around for the third segment. Hey, Andrew, did Joey Casano send anything in? Joey, if you're listening here, buddy, send something in. You did pretty good yesterday. He's doing pretty good. He's got good stuff.
This is a real person, or this is an imaginary friend, Frank?
No, this is a real person.
We're not gonna judge you.
This is a real person. Go to joeycasano.com. He's going to be on. He's fixing up his webcam. He's going to be in from South Florida, so we could have him on the show. I like him. He's got good stuff, but I hope he sends something in. I got nothing tonight as usual, so I'm relying on you guys to come up with something good.
Oh, I got stuff.
Oh, really? Because hey, now pay attention, because I've been trying to pick Alan Michaels' brain on some of these matchups in this race. He's got good stuff on the head-to-head matchups. I think that's where the value is. And some of them I know, because I'm looking at his laptop, sneaking at his notes. He's got some Kurt Busch plus $1.25 on a few matchups. But I'm going to let him confirm it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So make sure you guys ask him about matchups.
I will.
Because
yeah, I've got a couple of NASCAR opinions of my own, as I've kind of been breaking down the race here over the last 20, 30 minutes. Curious what he thinks about. I got a couple long horse shots that I think are decent. In fact, I think my guy might be in the field. I don't even see a price for him yet, so I'll ask about that when we come back.
Yeah, I think it's funny when he says I got a real good valuable 70 to 1 long shot. We should put $20 on it. He forgets who he's talking to. If we ain't putting no $20 on a 70 to 1, you can add a 0 or 2. Folks, we'll be right back. 5th Street Sports, Frank Perez, Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick, and Alan Michaels.
Your business.
Hiring a qualified data engineer felt like a second job.
More job seekers use Indeed than any other site, so there's no better place to find someone with the skills you're looking for.
I needed someone with a master's in computer science and database experience.
Plus, Indeed screener questions help you find your shortlist fast.
Now I'm back to having just one job.
Get a $50 credit to give your first job posting premium placement at Indeed.com/credit. Terms, conditions, quality standards, and usage limits apply. Additional terms online.
Attention business owners. Now is the perfect time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. We can give you packages with up to 90 great channels and save your business a ton of cash. And if you call right now, you can learn how to get free equipment and free installation. Now you have choices. It's time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. And call today and get 90 channels plus free equipment and free installation. Smart business owners like you all across the country are consolidating and saving money on their cable TV, internet, and phone service for the business. So now's the perfect time. This may be a limited time offer to the first 100 people that call right now. So please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
I need your attention for a moment because this is monumental. Dell's biggest President's Day sale ever is officially on. Shop amazing early deals on Dell and Alienware computers with 8th Gen Intel Core processors right now, and do not forget to check out the limited quantity doorbusters on the 18th. You're truly getting huge savings on everything from Dell computers to Samsung TVs, plus free shipping on everything. Call 800-BUY-DELL now or go to Dell.com/President's Day. That's 800-BUY-DELL.
All right, folks, 5th Street Sports, we are back. This is the Talk You Can Bet On segment, or we call it our ATM segment. I'm Frank Perez, joined with Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick, and Alan Michaels in the studio today. We are going to try to make some money on this Daytona 500. All right, Alan, so you told us about the winners of the races. Why don't you guys ask him some questions that we can make some dough on, boys?
Yeah, so, okay, I'm curious. I like the Bubba Wallace pick. I think that would really be awesome for the sport if Bubba Wallace wins this. I think really would be a kind of shot in the arm for NASCAR in terms of bringing in a wider, more diverse audience. Is the Petty Motorsports team considered to be, or at least is the car considered to be a competitive car this year?
I think they're getting along a little bit better. I mean, they slacked off, and I think it was just, it all comes down to dollars and cents, guys. I mean, really, let's look at it. I mean, in motorsports, that's what it's all about. I think it is. I think Petty, its organization has stepped up. I think when it comes to this race, now, if we're talking Bristol, if we're talking Charlotte, if we're talking something like that, yeah, but this race is so wide open. It all comes down to keep the motor up underneath you. Keep it drivable, keep the aerodynamics, keep the body clean. And if so, really anybody could win it. But I think Petty stepped up this year. I think we're going to see a good year. They signed Bubba onto a contract extension. Pretty much 90% of his sponsors all came back with him. So I think he's got a compatible car. I really do. Is he Stewart Haas? Is Petty Stewart Haas? Is he Joe Gibbs? Is he Hendrick? No, he's not. He doesn't have that financial money behind him that those teams do. But I think when it comes down to this race, I think the 43 could end up in winner's circle. I really do.
Man, that would be such an awesome. Don't you think that would be such a great story for the sport to kind of get a wider audience?
I definitely agree that I mean, we all know that he's an African-American male. I mean, they have not had to strive. There's been a couple that tried before, but I mean, he seems that he's won Xfinity title. He was big down in NASCAR down in the country of Mexico. I really think this is a great opportunity, and I really think, I mean, if you throw in all the guys, if you throw in Joey and Kevin Harvick and Jimmy and all those guys, yeah, that's the big thick of the crowd, the meat, I guess, if you want to call it, of the sandwich there. But I woke up this morning and something kept telling me the 43's had a good week at Speed Weeks. He's had a good week. I think if he can keep his nose clean and be there with 15 to go, he's got a shot, man.
I like that. Okay, so I think that's one of the great stories, and I think one of the other really compelling stories is his teammate. And I got to be honest, I've never met a BJ I didn't like. And that's going back forever. One of my favorite things. Really, I'm a big fan of the BJ. I got to be honest.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm just telling you like it is. His teammate.
Nick's wearing off on you.
His teammate BJ McLeod is kind of a cool story. I don't know what you guys are thinking of. This guy's a good racer. I don't know. You guys have a dirty mind. Anyways, this guy has been toiling around forever. He finally gets a chance to start in the Daytona 500. This guy's paid his dues. He's 36 years old. What an awesome story it would be to see this guy have
he's going to roll off. Yeah, he's going to roll off 38th. He's going to roll off 38th. Real quickly, just to set the field, we'll start 40 and back. It's Casey Mears, Tyler Reddick, BJ, what you just said, Cody Ware at 37th, Ross Chastain, who won the Xfinity race out here last year. Great opportunity for him. Brad Kay, who's a favorite in this event, is starting 35th. Then you got Michael McDowell, Matt Tiff, Corey LaJoie, Kyle Busch starting 31st for the 500 this year. Las Vegas favorite Brendan Gaughan. Of course, we know the Gaughan family with South Point Hotel and Casinos, starts 30th. Then you move to Daniel Hemrick, Eric Jones, Landon Castle, Kyle Larson. You talked about Kyle Larson starting 26th. Parker Klingman, David Reagan, Daniel Suarez, who moved from Joe Gibbs Racing over to Stewart Haas. He took the Kurt Busch ride. He starts 23rd. Then you got Ty Dillon. Ryan Preece. Here's another guy to watch out for, gentlemen. Driver of the number 47 JTG Doherty Racing Team. That's Brad Doherty's team that he was with, of course, from Carolina Pro Basketball. This kid can drive a car. Watch out. You know what? If I was going to throw some secondary spike money down, I'd throw 20 on Ryan Preece. He's starting 21st. He's got a good team, and this kid can drive. I'm not kidding you. He can really drive, man.
What's the price on him?
Yeah, let me see if we got a price on him here. Let me see if I can flip. You guys might have it over there before. Actually, I lost my flip on it. I think he's right around. I think he's right around the 1100s. I think.
Wow.
I don't know. You guys over there, Brian, Mike, you guys got
one?
one?
I'm looking.
I don't see any future prices. There's probably a bunch of matchups here.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of a real guy here, Joey Casano just came in. He's going to release a game, Northern Kentucky +2, 1.5 to 2 in certain books. So there you go. Why don't you document that, Rick? You know what I was going to think in between some of this racing. If you got any basketball games, we got to try to squeeze everything in.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can talk about this now, or we can wait and talk about it towards the end. But there's a couple of games.
Yeah, we won't have time. Go now. I like the Norseman as well. Game 865. Good play. I'm sorry. Go ahead there, Rick.
There's a really good college basketball game tonight that it's fallen off the radar, and it's a writing game. So I'm thinking this game was maybe canceled for weather reasons, maybe a couple weeks ago, and now it's rescheduled for tonight. But it's let me give you the game number before. Actually, I can't even find the game number. But it's the last game of the rotation. It's a writing game. It's Buffalo at Toledo. Buffalo is 4-160.5. Everyone knows what a great year Buffalo's had. 21-3, 9-2 in the MAC. They've had some big non-conference wins. They're a shoo-in to make the NCAA tournament, even if they don't win the MAC tournament, which you can't usually say about a MAC team. But now they're going into Toledo. What a great year Toledo's had. Flying under the radar. They're 20-4. 8-3 in the MAC. They're a bubble tournament team themselves if they don't win the MAC conference, and unfortunately for them, it's going to be tough to win the MAC tournament because of Buffalo. But anyway, this is going to be a shootout tonight, a really exciting game. It's on ESPNU. I think if you're home, it's really worth watching. But I think Toledo here getting 4 at home is a really solid play. This is going to be the game of the year for them. Friday night, the crowd's going to be electric over there. Yeah, I think money line, as we talked about before, Frank, is in play too. You can get +4 here. They're about +160, +165 money line. So maybe throw a unit on Buffalo, a half unit on Toledo, and a half unit on the money line, +160 or 65 range, and you're going to see a really exciting up and down, back and forth game. And I kind of expect Toledo to win this game at home with all the all the fanfare and electricity in the air.
So Brian, just to confirm, you like the Northern Kentucky play?
I do like it, yes.
You do? Okay, look at that. It's a double check mark. How about you, Rick? You got an opinion on that game? Northern Kentucky?
I don't. I really don't. I don't want to give out anything because I'll go with Brian, Joey Casano, and just if they like it, then sure. I have no opinion.
I got a couple more.
You got some? All right, fire away.
I got a couple plays. Okay, starting in the Ivy League, I like Princeton tonight.
Yes,
at home
I was.
Harvard.
This is going to be my second play. Was Princeton tonight, -2 at home against Harvard. So it's a match. I had no idea you were going to give that one out. No, you didn't steal it because we never talked about it. But yeah, that was my second. Okay. Those were my 2 plays in college basketball tonight. Okay, go ahead, keep going.
Awesome. Well, I'd say if you're in the Charlotte area and you're not going to see the USA versus the World Rookie Sophomore Spectacular, the next best game would be St. Joe's at Davidson. And I happen to like Davidson in that lane 10. It actually opened 11. It's dropped a point. So I actually, don't quote me on this, but I want to say that Bubba Wallace might be a Davidson graduate as well. But I could be wrong on that. So a little tie-in to the NASCAR. I like Davidson. And I would say that those are pretty much my big plays. I had one other game that I liked. It's moved too much. I liked Quinnipiac a little bit against Marist, but it's already up to No, actually, no, it's actually gotten better. Actually, it's gotten better. No, and I do like. Okay, that's a play I'm going to release. I like Quinnipiac laying 3. So there have been some sharp accounts on Marist. I like Quinnipiac, and a guy that I've been following is on Quinnipiac tonight as well. So.
All right, there you go. How about you, Rick? Rick, were you done with the card?
Rick, before you get to that, we actually got a question in from Joey Casano towards Alan here. He was asking, he had a question. He had some trivia. Who came in second in the first Brickyard 400? And the only reason I know is my grandfather took me back in 1994.
Wow, man, he stumped me on that one. That was a quick one, man. Joey, tell me who it was without getting to my computer, man. You're going back some years here. Let's see. The first win, wasn't it? I think the
first win. I think I know who won, though. I
think it was Earnhardt, wasn't it? Or was it Jeff Gordon?
I think it was Jeff Gordon. I think it was, in fact, the world's fastest Christian.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Joey's probably could pull it up on the computer quicker than what I could get it up because I'm going to take a wild shot. I'm going to take a wild shot at it. Was it Dale Jarrett that finished second? It was I think it was either him or Earnhardt. But I do believe you're right. I believe it was Gordon that won the first Brickyard 400. Finishing second, I would say it was either Earnhardt or Dale Jarrett. I know Dale Jarrett won there.
Oh, interesting.
Who is it, man?
Okay. Oh, no. Okay. It looks like, wow. It looks like it was, no, this is the, no, I don't have it yet. Still looking.
Hey, well, while he's looking, I was picking your brain about some nice matchups this week.
Okay.
Who do you like in all the matchups against Kurt Busch?
I'm taking Kurt Busch all the way. I'm staying with Kurt Busch. No matter what, I'm going to stay with Kurt Busch. I just have a feeling he's a new team. He seems to be getting along. He seems to be getting along with his roommate or his teammate real good. I just think Kurt Busch. I think Kyle wants it really bad. He's never been there, but I just have this feeling that Kurt Busch and that Chip Ganassi #1 Monster Energy drink Chevrolet is. I think he's going to see his second Daytona 500. Have you got the answer yet?
Well, there you go.
I'll have it. Jeff Gordon won. I'm just looking to see who came in.
Jeff Bodine. Jeff Bodine, okay. Chemung, New York. Jeff Bodine. There you go.
There you go.
Real quickly, hey, Austin Dillon, Ryan Newman, Chase Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, Jamie McMurray. You got Chris Buescher, Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace starting 13th for the 500. Kurt Busch is starting 12th. Then you got Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Matt DiLabento, Eric Almirola, Paul Menard, Clint Boyer, Ricky Stenhouse, Joey Logano. Your top 3, Kevin Harvick, and on the front row, the 2 Hendrick Motorsports guys, Alex Bowman, William Byron. And guys, real quickly, off the map, final practice, Paul Menard, the quickest at a speed of 200 miles an hour, man. And that's what I got for NASCAR.
Hey, now, just you guys, we got to come back. But now, the reason I asked him for this is because he likes Kurt Busch, in all the matchups. He's a plus in all of them. So if we're going to double down a little bit on matchups, let's take some of this Kurt Busch plus money against everybody. Guys, we'll be right back. Just a small break. Fifth Street Sports. Stay tuned.
Do you use the blue pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the blue pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it? For a vacation or a new car. But today, withdrawing your own cash has become risky. Matt Boone here for Swiss America. According to The Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But the secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Clapper, Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group in Los Angeles, California. Dedicated to your health, your life, and your sports. As a weekend warrior, you know about sports injuries and pain. Exercise is an important element in keeping your body's core in good shape to minimize sports injuries. But when you are in pain, there is one product that I recommend to my patients, and that is Blue Goo Gel. Blue Goo consists of a proprietary formula developed specifically for the treatment of inflammation and general muscle aches and strains. I recommend Blue Goo for my patients coping with hip and knee pain before surgery, especially bursitis and tendinitis. Give Blue Goo a try. Call 1-888-330-0123 and you'll receive a 1-week supply of Blue Goo absolutely free. The makers of Blue Goo are even paying the shipping. The number again is 1-888-330-0123. If you want more information on Blue Goo, visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
All right, folks, we're back. Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline, USA Radio Network, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Twitter. Boy, Alan, it's been great to have you in the house. The season kicks off Sunday. We're going to have a great year this year following you on this racing. Guys, you know, we gave out here. Let me give out our picks before you guys ask one thing really quick here to Mr. Allen. Toledo +4. Brian and Joey both match on Northern Kentucky. Princeton, that's you, Brian, right? Princeton,
and Rick,
and Rick, and then you like Davidson -10. You're going with Quinnipiac -3, and I remember my 2 football games +13 on Memphis and the other one Atlanta on Sunday. That's about it. Why don't you guys some final thoughts for Mr. Alan Michaels here?
Alan. Good luck with the picks. I think I might throw down a little something on the Bubba Wallace play. I like that a lot. Not as much as I like BJ's, but I like the Bubba Wallace play. And I
remember BJ Thomas. BJ Thomas raindrops keep falling on my head.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I also like all the overs in the AAF this weekend also.
Yeah. All the overs, okay. Right. Rick.
Have gone so low. Yeah, I'm looking right now, and I see Kurt Busch is about a +25 dog in 3 matchups. One against Ryan Blaney, and then so there was a couple others, I think, against Jimmy Johnson. And
Ryan Blaney, that's Bubba Wallace's best friend, by the way, if you didn't know that. Ryan Blaney.
He is?
Yes.
I wouldn't doubt it. You know, I mean, these guys they all get that big question, man. Also, the big question, man. We've seen a couple tapping out of Jimmy, man. So we'll see what happens with that. You know, I had a friend of mine, Indy Mike, that does our open wheel report on our other show, and he said, "Well, there's 2 in a row. Is the hat trick on the way?" So we'll have to see. It's going to be a great 500, though.
So there you go, folks. Kurt Busch and all the matchups. Take him straight up. Wallace is a nice long shot. You got our basketball picks. Brian, Rick, thank you very much. Alan Michaels, always a pleasure. Thank you. Folks, we appreciate you, and thank you, Fifth Street Sports. And don't forget JoeyCasano.com, Fifth Street Sports. We'll see you here on Monday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern.